Welcome everybody to another Freedom Call. I'm super excited to be here with you today. My name is Kristine Drummond. I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company, and you are going to hear some amazing stories tonight of inspiration, and hopefully we will educate you on some amazing natural products that are out there in the marketplace that will revolutionize your world and hopefully take your health to another level. And then we're going to talk about the amazing mission behind those products. But firstly, I want to share with you about the times that we're living in right now. And I don't know if you know this, but we're living in the technological age. Things are moving towards online. You can see it in the retail world where lots of retail outlets are closing down. Everyone wants things now. A lot of people are not leaving their homes anymore. Everything's coming to them. So with this business model that we're going to share with you later tonight is an amazing way to earn some extra income around what you're already doing and just make life a little bit easier. I don't know about you, but when I was broke, life sucks being broke. Like seriously, you have to say no to so many things. And this business came into my world about 7 years ago, and it was literally a 30-second conversation that I had with a friend of mine. And I was just simply looking for something natural that was safe for me to take while I was breastfeeding my daughter. Like I just wanted something just to give me a little bit more energy. And my friend told me about these amazing products, which you're going to hear about shortly. But I started taking them, and on day 12, my energy went through the roof. Like I felt like a new person. I felt like a human again, actually. And from there, it just started to grow. So I'm going to get a couple of beautiful people to share their amazing product stories with you tonight. And then I'm going to share a little bit about what the products are. And then we're going to hear some more stories about the business behind those products. But firstly, I'm going to get my gorgeous friend Kellie to share her story. So when you're ready, honey, just take yourself off mute. And what we want you to share with the people watching this is, when did Juice Plus come into your life, and what changes have you noticed since being on it?
Thanks, Drummo. I always love being able to get to share my story because it's one that I'm sure everyone can relate to. These amazing products came into my life almost 3.5 years ago now, and I'm sure we've got some mums on the line. I was a mom bee. I struggled to get out of bed every day. I would hear my kids crying for me, and I felt like I was peeling my eyes open to drag my sorry ass out of bed. And it wasn't that I didn't want to be a mum, and it wasn't that I didn't love being a mum, but I was exhausted. I was giving, and I fell into that terrible rut of chocky bickies and a cup of coffee at 2 p.m. in the afternoon to get through the afternoon rush and dinner and bath time and all that stuff that you pull when your husband's a shift worker and you've got to man up and pull it solo. And I was pulling it solo a lot of the time, and I was on struggle street. We lived 10 hours away from family support, so I was my own backstop unless hubby was on days off. And I had just run myself into the ground. And my beautiful friend Susie reached out to me, and she was like, mate, I can see that you're struggling. And she's like, it doesn't have to be this way. She was like, what if I could show you some products that would help you? And I said to her, do you know what? I think I'm at the point where I would just about try anything. So my beautiful friend Suze hooked me up, and I swear to God, by about day 7, I didn't need a nap, right? And that hadn't happened for me for such a long time. I had started to turn into Dragon Lady if my kids were not going to nap, because I desperately needed that nap, and my day didn't go on without that nap. And I breezed through the day, and I thought, oh my gosh, I feel really different. And by about the 3-month mark, I was jumping out of my skin, and people were starting to say things to me like, oh my gosh, your skin is glowing. And they were saying things like, oh, wow, you look so fresh. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got 3 little kids. Like, I don't always feel fresh, but people were starting to notice changes. So it all kind of escalated from there. I jumped on one of our Healthy Revolution programs, and I dropped 10 kilos during our 6-week program at the time. And it just absolutely took off on its own. People were just asking me what I was doing and wanting to get involved. And I realized that I had the opportunity to help so many people out there. There's so many people who are just exhausted doing their day-to-day life. Like, we're not even athletes, right? We just want to do a really good job at being mums or doing our work or doing what it is that lights us up. And I just could not do that with the low amount of energy that I had. So Juice Plus will be in our life forever. That's just my story. Everyone in my family has one, but I'll keep it to that tonight. So thanks so much, Drummo, for letting me share.
I love that, honey. Thank you so much for sharing. And now we're going to move across to Vicki. Vicki, I'd love you to share with everybody what got you started on Juice Plus. What was life like before you started on the products, and what's changed since being on it, honey?
Yeah, thank you. I'd love to share. So 3 years ago, my husband brought home the Juice Plus, and when he brought it home, I took it just simply to support him on his journey because he loved health. So what I noticed is that I remember sitting in a car waiting to pick my children up from school, and I was so extremely tired. I was so tired even to walk from the car to the school to pick them up. And yeah, I didn't take much pride in my health. So my health was actually suffering at this stage. I was going through pneumonia, and I lost chunks of my hair because of the fevers that I had, and I would just be pulling out chunks, and I was like, oh no. So my hair got really thin. And what I noticed is after taking the Juice Plus is I ended up so full of energy. So I actually started going for walks, and then I started jogging, and my whole pride in my health had a whole transformation. So I went from being this tired mum who was exhausted to walk from the car park to the gate of the school to now going to the gym and being a real healthy role model for my children. So I love being so healthy and full of energy. And I do have to give it credit to this community that has supported me on my health journey and these incredible products that I've been on for 3 years now.
I love that, Vicki. Thank you so much for sharing. And I know that Vicki, another part of her story as well is that she used to have chocolate cake for dinner but serve her kids healthy meals, but in the background she'd be eating that, and it's totally transformed. And Vicki, I've seen your skin, like I knew you 3 years ago, and to see you today glowing and your hair so healthy, it's amazing. And your confidence that has come with that is insane. So, you know, that's what Juice Plus, these products can do for people. Not only just give you the juicy glow, but also improve your confidence, improve your digestion, improve your energy levels, your sleep patterns. You know, Juice Plus gets in your body and it helps alkalize it. And guess what? Disease can't thrive in an alkalized environment. You know, a lot of disease comes from inflammation starting in the gut. So we help you by, one, alkalizing your body, and two, helping you digest food a lot better. Now, I'm going to put it really simply, okay? We know what we should be eating, okay? The Australian government tells us 2 fruit, 5 veggies a day. How hard is that? But guess what? It's less than 10% of us that are actually getting that in on a daily basis, guys. So it's harder than we think, right? Because we're busy. Most of us are living in dual income families where both parents are working, or both people in the couple are working, and it's stressful, right? We're exhausted. We are so exhausted that we don't feel like coming home and preparing a healthy meal. So if that's you, if you're like really struggling to get fruits and veggies in, because I see it on a daily basis, I see so many people come to me and say, Kristine, my husband doesn't eat any vegetables at all. He's like a meat eater. And then I've got them coming to me saying, my kid is so fussy, they won't eat fruits, or they won't eat this, or they just eat everything that's white. You know, your pastas and your toast and breads and cereals and things like that. And they're not getting that rainbow of color. So I want to show you a picture just so you can get an idea of what's in Juice Plus. And I love this picture because it just lights me up. Because you've got the opportunity to get this into your system every single day. Look at that rainbow, guys. Look at that variety. Okay, that's what's in Juice Plus. Now, I just want to share some things with you here because we've all been down a supermarket aisle, right, where they've got the vitamins and minerals. Listen to what's in Juice Plus. Magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, iron, antioxidants, flavonoids, tannin, carotenoids. Oh my God, there's like probiotics in there. There's vitamin E, I don't know if I said that, potassium, magnesium, folate. Like, we don't have to isolate these things, okay? If we just ate fruits and vegetables, we would get it in its most natural form. How cool is that? So that's all I want to say about that, guys, is the more plants that you eat, the bigger you're increasing your digestion in regards to vitamins and minerals. And we need those vitamins and minerals to function. If we don't have them, we start to feel zombie-like. We start to feel overwhelmed, stressed, depressed, anxious. Disease, dis-ease starts to show up in our body. You know, whether it's pain, whether it's cancer, diabetes, skin conditions, eczema, psoriasis, digestive issues, fertility issues. I don't know if you guys know this, but 80% of heart disease is preventable and 66% of cancers are preventable. It's simply through the lifestyle choices that we're having that is causing a lot of this inflammation and dis-ease in the body, okay? So Juice Plus actually helps get in there, and we've got studies, 33 studies behind us to say that it improves heart health, it boosts your immune system, it reduces inflammation in your body, it's anti-aging, extra antioxidants. Who doesn't want extra like anti-aging in a natural way rather than, you know, putting all this expensive cream on your face? Let's anti-age from the inside out, okay? It's what we call the juicy glow. We've also got an amazing omega. Give me a show of hands. Who's done an omega before? Who's done a fish omega before? Who gets that fishy aftertaste? It's horrid, isn't it? So these omegas are amazing for your nervous system, okay? They're also great for hair, skin, and nails. And these, you don't even taste them, but if you crack them open, they actually taste like orange. They're beautiful. They are vegan. All our products are vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free. And these are just made from beautiful, beautiful seeds and algae. And as I said, awesome for the nervous system, and the perfect ratio of omega-3, 6, 9, 7, and 5 as well. But, you know, when you add these in, for me, I've suffered with back pain for 18 years, guys. 18 years, and this has helped reduce the inflammation so much that, you know, the back pain was showing up monthly for me. It's like, I don't know, every 6 months now, if that, you know, it's absolutely amazing. The next thing we've got are these incredible powders. These are jam-packed with plants as well, stuff that your body recognizes. There's no numbers on here. There's no big, long names that you can't pronounce. There's no side effects from this. Basically, these are great for your macronutrition, protein, fiber, you know, your good carbohydrates from plants, stuff that your body is going to thrive on. This is amazing for digestion, and they taste delicious. This is what I call chocolate silk. This is Dutch chocolate, and this is French vanilla. And you can do a shake, you can do a smoothie, you can do pancakes, whatever you want. It's so, so delicious. And the last thing we've got are something that comes for free with our company, which is amazing. I think I've only got one pack here in front of me. But it's our chewables. So our company came up with a chewable version because we discovered that kids often can't swallow a capsule. So we came up with a chewable version to get 17 different fruits and veggies into our children. Now, everything that you see on this page is what's in our kids' fruit and vegetable chewables. Now, there's things in there like spinach. When was the last time you got spinach into your child? Parsley. You've got things in there like broccoli. You've got things in there like carrot, beetroot, acerola cherry, apples, cabbage, pawpaw, kale. It's hidden in there in a chewable form, and kids think it's like a little lolly. It's a little treat. Ours are not sugar-coated like a lot of the ones that you see in the pharmacy. And any child between 4 and 18 gets the Juice Plus chewables for free, not just for a month or two, guys, for 4 years. For free. Now, what we're seeing in these kids are their palates are changing. They are making better decisions when it comes to fruits and veggies. They are less sick. Their immune systems are boosted, which guess what that means for us? We get to take less sick days off work. And they're drinking more water. So we're reducing a lot of inflammation in their bodies as well, which is really, really cool. So you know what you're doing on a daily basis. Have a look at the last 7 days. Did you get that variety, that rainbow of color in? Was it natural? Was it organic? Was it herbicide free? Was it pesticide free? Was it less than the cup of coffee a day? Like, seriously, guys, we've got 33 different fruits and veggies that go into Juice Plus every single day without any nasty chemicals. Can you imagine going into a supermarket and buying 33 different fruits and veggies for under $4 a day? It's impossible, right? What about if you go to a Boost juice bar and you ask for 33 fruits and veggies in your juice? Can you imagine what you'd be paying? I think we're paying like $8 or $9 for a juice that's got like 4 or 5 fruits and veggies in it. So this is all about quality. This is about health insurance. This is about prevention of disease and illness. You've heard some amazing stories tonight of how it's changed people's health. But now what we're going to do is we're going to switch gears and share a few stories on how the business or the mission behind these products has changed people's lives. So I'm actually going to get Bron to share first. Bron, I'd love you to share with people, like, why did you say yes to the Juice Plus mission and what's changed since?
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Bron. By profession, I'm a nurse. I'm also a naturopath and a herbalist, and I'm also a spiritualist, clairvoyant. I was first I watched people on Facebook putting up these little pictures with capsules, and I thought, what are they? And it went on for a while, but there was never any follow-up, so I forgot about it until one of my friends, just after I'd done NLP training, Elizabeth, put a post up about mesh and with the capsules. I said, what are they? And I think Elizabeth knows me well enough to know when I'm showing interest in something, I actually want into it. So that was a Thursday afternoon, and she said, are you interested in the products? I said, I want the whole lot. I want all of it, and I'm into the business. I'm still telling her I can't sell, but I said I want in the whole lot. By Sunday, this is 2 days later, I hadn't even got the products. I'd sold 1. By Tuesday, I'd sold 2. So I'd made the first promotion before I even got my products. That's how convinced I was that they worked. I was married to a farmer. I know what goes into the soil. I know how much Roundup goes into the soil. I know what the rivers and the dams look like. I'm also a nurse and a naturopath with an incredible amount of food sensitivity. So it just sat well with me. So the next month I sold enormously and got to SDVF. In fact, I think everybody thought I was going to get the next level promotion purely on sales. Amazing, isn't it? Retired. Well, I actually wrote my resignation letter straight after conference. But what I have to say to you is, and it's a lesson to me that I am learning this lifetime, detach, detach, detach. My last month, I've got 1 teamie on board and done 1 sale. This month, we're up to the 16th and I haven't done any. I got so caught up in the hype of it all, I ran myself into the ground. Juice Plus or not, I did. And it's something which is a really big lesson for my life. I was almost getting personally offended when people didn't want to jump in like I did, but you need to understand, people will say no. People won't say anything when you feel like throttling them and you think you need this stuff. I would just about chuck it down through that, I would cannulate some people and shove it into their veins if I could. I know they need it, but they need to know they need it, and you need to take time. So take your time, do the start strong, do everything that everybody tells us to do. I didn't. I went in it totally the wrong way. I boomed for 2 months, bam, crashed it out. So that's just my warning to you. But I also have a very strong sense back into my feminine flow, back into the things that work to me, keep sharing the love on people. And the last story I want to tell you is about a story. My one person that gave me a definite no, the very first time I said, would you be interested? She said, no, because I don't do plastic. And I'm not going to take anything that comes out of a plastic. I went, okay, all respect to you, got out of the way. About 3 months later, she sent me a message, Bron, that Juice Plus stuff, are you still selling it? I went, yeah. Her fiance got diagnosed with a very, very serious form of precancerous changes in his bowel, but quite serious. He's also anxiety, depression, ex-drug addict, and a survivor of sexual abuse. All of a sudden, her world changed when his world changed, and that no became a yes. Then the relationship broke up, and that yes went back to a no because she was paying for it, so she didn't want it. And then, okay, just kept putting whatever I can do, I'm here for you, Ellie, that's fine. As long as you haven't opened the products, you can send them back. 3 days after that, I'm just talking to Jack. How does he take these tablets? So they're into it. So that was my big lesson. No is no at the time. Okay, accept it, move on. As Cheryl Cortese says, move on. But no's not always a no. the ones I have the most trouble with are the ones that won't bloody answer me. So that's my story. Went fast, really fast, too fast, crashed up, back on the way up again. That's
Ron,
it.
I love that, but I would love you to share with the people listening tonight who, like, you've got a really powerful story around who raised your kids. Like, can you share a little bit around that? For any mum out there that is kind of umming and ahhing, like, should I put my kids in daycare? Should I go back to work? Like, what advice have you got for them?
Okay, have a look at me. I'm juicy skin. I'm actually 64. I realised at conference, it broke my heart. It actually broke me down. And when I talk about this at May, when I watched all these young parents up on stage saying how wonderful it is that they go to their kids' athletics things, they play with their children, they're down the beach. I don't even know when my kids took their first step. I was the director of nursing at the time. I remember once being in an incredibly important management meeting with the Department of Health, being rung up by the creche to say my children had lice. I'm thinking, F this, I'm trying to run a freaking hospital and you're telling my children I've got lice? Deal with it. You know, that's the level I was running at, seriously. But I missed that. I'm not really sure the first thing my kids ate. I don't know when they took their first step. My children are now 24, 25 and 36. They're all on Juice Plus, which is awesome. But their childhood to me was a blur, such a blur once I actually left them at childcare. I was so busy running off, going home. My life was hell, seriously hell. You know, not tired. I've always been a high achiever and I was running on high energy. But I can't tell you those stories. I don't know. I don't remember them because I wasn't there. So all you young mums or young dads, young parents, or even the grandparents, if there's any listening, if you really, you can't get that time back. You just can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And it doesn't matter how hard I work now, how much I try and buy my children now, I can't get that part back that I missed. So make your memories now. Everybody, just make them now because you just can't get them back when they're gone.
Thanks, Bron. It's such a powerful story. I've actually got goosebumps. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. I've got goosebumps from hearing that story because that was one of my whys. You know, I remember going to my daughter's Special Persons Day when she was 2, and there was kids in the playground because their mums and dads couldn't be there because they had to go to their full-time job. And I remember making a promise to my daughter that day to say that would never be you. You would never, ever feel alone. Mum's going to be there for all your special moments. And I'm the mum that other mums call or text to say, Kristine, can you get a video or a photo of my daughter running her race today? Can you get this? Can you get that? Because I'm the mum that's showing up to all those things. Bron, I have a very good friend of mine that was in the same situation where she went to pick her daughter up from daycare one day, and the daycare lady said, your daughter took her first steps today. And my friend, her jaw just dropped, and she's like, that's it. She went home. She made a decision. She's like, I'm out of the workforce. I need to do things on my own. I need to work for myself. She said yes to this amazing business, and she's being able to create a full-time income from this. So she doesn't have to miss any of those moments. Bron, it's such a powerful story because so many people look at this, and so many mums, like I've got friends that after 6 weeks of having their babies, put them in daycare and they're off to work. And a lot of them are solo mums as well. So really hear that message tonight. You know, what could this be for you? We're going to hear from another mama, a solo independent mama as well. Teneille, we would love to hear why you said yes to this amazing business model and what's it done for you so far, honey.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks so much for sharing, Bronwyn. That, yeah, certainly, you know, comes a bit of the heartstrings, actually. When this business was presented to me nearly 4 years ago, the products and the program just made sense. I was, you know, I studied whole food medicine and raw food nutrition. I was like, this just aligns with my values. It was so important if I wanted to have a business that it was going to align, you know, with who I was as a person, which it did. At the time when I started, you know, and I still am a sole parent, but I was working full time, and my daughter joins everything after school care, you know, and life was really busy. But at the same time, I was missing out on those magic moments. You know, I was missing out on the awards days and the sport days, and trying to ask my boss to try and get off early to go to a dance at Stedford. And, you know, having those requests denied was really tough, you know, and I kind of went, you know, this marriage has failed. Her father's no longer in her life. It was me. I need to be there for those moments. You know, if I'm not there, who is going to be there for my daughter? And I remember dropping her at vacation care and she had anxiety issues massively, just did not want to let me go. And I was like, you know, had that effort moment. This can't be it. This is not the way that life is supposed to be, you know. And I fell in love with this business that didn't have to recreate anything. I could just follow the steps that was already there. And, you know, I was teachable and followed it. So what this has allowed me to do is I can now work from home. I can now be there for those magic moments. I've been able to kick the job. I can now go to Dance to Stedfords. And the other thing, I've been able to do that, but I've also found my identity as a woman again. You lose yourself as a mum, you know, and I found my passion and purpose in life. And the other thing I love is this business, we do a lot of personal development and growth. And my daughter and I, we did a vision board. One of our beautiful leaders, Lauren Lahav, did a vision board party. My daughter and I, she was 8 at the time, we sat down side by side and did a vision board. And she had the Eiffel Tower and London on her vision board. My business had grown on social media to London and Paris. So I was like, we're going to make this happen. And I was like, this vision board is going to come to life. So last Easter, we jumped on a plane and we went to go and meet my team that I hadn't met, you know, over in the UK. We went to the Eiffel Tower. We had magic moments. So vacations are very different now. You know, I get to work from home. I get to travel. And it was just the most incredible trip. And I just think that when I did start nearly 4 years ago, that I could never have expected it to be what it is today. You know, it was literally, could I do this? What if, you know, what if this could be something, you know? And I just took step by step by step. And I just went, okay, I got to take this seriously. And I'm ready to up level another level, you know, because you're just seeing people who I'm working with, them light up. You know, I've got one of my beautiful teamies, she had a newborn last week and she's happy, she's healthy, she's home, she's with her bubba, she doesn't have to do anything, you know. And just seeing other people just light up and what it could be for them is so many different people. So I am so grateful and so blessed to have this amazing products and the opportunity and seeing other people light up as well. So super grateful. Thanks, Kristine.
I love that, Teneille. Thank you so much for sharing. And guess what? If you're watching this and you're thinking, but I don't know anything and I don't know anyone, you don't need to. Just honestly, if you are sick of being stuck in life, if you look at like the last 5 years and you're like, oh my goodness, if nothing changes, the next 5 years are going to be exactly the same. Just reach out, because what we want to do is we want to empower you. We want to empower you to live your best life. And this comes with a whole community of people. There's so many different teams on this call tonight, but we all come together as a collective to hopefully educate and inspire you to make some positive changes in your life. And so many people come to us because they're saying no to things in life that they want to say yes to. I just heard it from Teneille, like even if it's travel, how many of us would love to travel more with our families? You know, today I got to spend the day in the snow with my family. None of them, not even my husband in his 38 years, have been to the snow. And to be able to gift that memory, to be able to gift that dream to them today was insane. It was so amazing. And that's what we get to do with this business, create those magic moments, whatever that looks like for you. So, you know, I'm not going to give you the how-to do this business, because that's not important, guys. When we start going through the how-to, we're making it about ourselves. What I want you to think about is, who do you know in your life right now who could do with a little bit of extra money? Who could do with a little bit of extra energy or better health? We all know people who are suffering, whether it's with health or wealth. And all we want to do is find like-minded people who this like aligns with your values and who want to go out there and inspire other people. I don't know about you, but I know that I was put on this planet to do more with my life. And that's where this business came along. And really, it was like the last piece of the puzzle for me. So we're looking for people who want to do more and help more and make a bigger impact in the world. And our check is a true reflection of how many people we get to help on a daily basis. And over 7 years, it's been thousands. I've been able to help thousands all across the globe. And it's because I haven't made it about me. I put my fears aside and I just started to reach out to people that I love and care about the most, And that's how this business works. And from that, it becomes a ripple effect. And then those people want to share it with the people that they love and care about. And it has a flow-on effect from there. So if you're looking for something, maybe you didn't even know that this existed. I definitely didn't know this existed. Maybe you just want an extra couple of $100 a month. Maybe you want an extra couple of $1,000, or maybe you want to create a career from it. Whatever it looks like for you, we can meet you where you're at. We show you everything. All the training is provided, all the videos, all the links, everything that you need to know. It's like a business in a box. And we're just looking for people who are heart-driven, that want to get out of the situation that they're in, that want to do more with their life, that are looking for something where they can inspire as well. So if that's you, go back to the person that shared this with you tonight and get your questions answered. And that's pretty much all I've got to say, because what if this is the thing that lights you up? What if this is the thing that provides more income for your family, that reduces that financial pressure on your household? Or just if you were like me and you just want to create your own guilt-free me money, where you can get your hair done, get a massage, buy a dress if you want to, without feeling bad about it, because you've got your own income coming in. It's a really good feeling, and we want to help you guys with that. And you know, the community that comes with this is next level. You know, we all pour into you. We all want to see you succeed. And, you know, even if you don't want to make a career of it, you're loved on, you know, wherever you're at with this business. So that's it from me. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for giving us your time tonight. Thank you to all the beautiful presenters tonight. It was very mum focused. I think we're all mums on here tonight, but I know there's so many individuals and singles that are watching this as well, thinking, well, I'm not a mum, or I'm not a parent. How would this fit into my world? Oh my goodness, it fits in your back pocket. This business goes everywhere with you. It can go anywhere. You know, it came to the snow with me today, which was amazing. So, you know, it doesn't matter whether you've got degrees, or whether you're single, or whether you've got kids or dogs or whatever. Anyone can do this. It doesn't matter your background. So just come and get your questions answered, get curious, and hopefully we can link arms with you and create a better future. So thank you, everybody. Really, really appreciate your time.